Alright, so I'm going to show how to upgrade this 27-inch iMac late 2015 model A1419 to an SSD. So you're going to need a few things. You're going to need some adhesive strips like these. You're going to need a tool to open up and cut the old adhesive. You can buy one of these, or it comes with, sometimes you can get it with the adhesive, or you can just use a tool like this. But this reduces the amount of risk to your screen. Okay, and then you're going to need a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive or SSD. Okay, I'm going to see if I can show this. The screen is really big, so it's kind of hard to put my phone in a place where I can record this whole thing. But anyways, what you're going to want to do is first get the tool like this, or a thin pry tool, and just get between the screen and the metal of the computer. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit tough to find like a place, an entry point to get the tool in, but you just got to try and get the tool to push between the edge here. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit tough. I can do this easier with my fingernails, but I'm trying to do this with one hand while I record. So there we go. I found a gap. Alright, once you find a gap, you just use the tool, push it all the way down, and then you just roll this like a pizza cutter all the way from edge to edge. Okay, so this is going to be a little tough with one hand. You want to be careful over the camera lens. There isn't really any adhesive here, so you don't need to worry about cutting all the way there. But just continue going all the way across. Okay. Again, let me see if I can put my phone down somewhere so you can see. Maybe from here. Okay. That probably works. Okay. And then you just basically use this tool and then just cut all the way around. Hopefully you can actually see what I'm doing, but you just take the tool and you just run it all the way down the sides, go back all the way around, go around the top, okay, just like this. Go around the other side. I know my arm and stuff is probably in the way, but I'm just trying to, hopefully you get the idea, okay? So basically just run this tool all the way along. All right, so once you cut all the way around, don't worry about cutting down there. Okay, I'm gonna try and hold the, actually, I guess, what you want to do then is slowly pull the screen forward. If the screen doesn't come forward, you can just keep like trying to cut around, you can kind of open the screen slightly, and then wherever you see that the thing is still attached, you can cut that. So let me see if I can show you. So here you can see, I'm going to use my leg to prop up the screen so it doesn't fall forward, okay? So just like that, you'll see these little pieces that are still stuck. So just cut those or tear them. And slowly let the screen drop. You want to be very careful. So this model apparently uses the larger 3.5-inch SATA hard drive. So I'm going to show you how you can do this without any brackets. You can actually just use tape to do this. So I'm going to show this, okay? So what you want to do, you want to be very careful because there are these cables attached right here. I think it's just these two. I'm going to just break the adhesive here. Okay, and what you want to do is you don't want to let the screen fall too far forward, because if you do, you can break the cables or the connectors. So first what you want to do is under here, so this, you can see this plastic, black plastic strip. That actually helps hold this, there's a metal bracket. So I use my fingernail to pop it up just like that, but you can just pull this black plastic piece if you want to try and get it out. After you do that, you want to pull this cable straight up, okay? You want to be careful because there's the other cable over here. But you want to grab this cable and you want to pull it straight up. I have to use my fingers like this, like chopsticks, but just pull it straight up, just like that, okay? And that's how you disconnect the cable. Then you got this second cable here. This one has little latches here that you kind of have to squeeze inwards to pull it up. So what I do is I use my fingernail on the side and I push inwards towards the center of the thing, and then while I'm pushing on that, I just lift it up. Let me see if I can show this. It's hard to hold the camera and show this at the same time, but here you go. You basically push that in and then you kind of lift up. Same thing with the other side. You have to push it in slightly. Okay, I know it's hard to record this, so hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Let me try with my other finger. Alright, so you push that clip in, and then you can lift it up just like that. Okay, so there you see. Normally I wouldn't use my fingernail like this to do it. I would use both my fingers like that and pinch it together to pull the thing out, but I'm trying to show what I mean. So there's the connector. Alright, and then you can actually slowly let the screen fall. I like to use cardboard boxes and stuff, so I just stacked up a bunch of stuff here. These are like cat scratchers, but you can use anything. And you just want to get it to where the screen is about parallel, okay? So if you can see this, so if you have the right size boxes, you can use anything. You can use towels or whatever you want. But I'm just gonna put some boxes there like that to get it just the right height, and then you can let go, and that way you don't have to hold the screen up, and you don't have to worry about redoing this adhesive or lining it up. My cat's kind of exploring over here. Alright, so now that we got this open, what you want to do is you want to peel off all the old adhesive all the way around. Okay, so I'm going to peel off this old adhesive. I need to be careful, I don't want my cat jumping in the computer, but basically you just do that, peel it off. Okay, self-explanatory. I'm going to stick this on my cat so then she goes away, but alright, just peel it slowly. Usually this bottom edge, it's always going to like leave a small piece. You might have to use a needle or something to get it off, but if you peel it super carefully, sometimes you can get it all in one piece, but almost every time it will tear right here, and then you have to use something to peel that excess off. See, it just gets stuck there. So that's going to get stuck there. I'm going to get a needle, and then I'm going to use that to kind of scrape this excess piece off. You don't really need to take this completely out, because when you put the other adhesive, it's going to be enough to hold the whole screen in place. You don't have to get like every little piece. My cat's trying to eat that adhesive. But yeah, so if it doesn't want to come out, you don't need to worry about it. But if I can, I like to try and peel it out. Alright, just like that. Or at least just move it out of the way. Okay, so there we go. Then we're going to go ahead and peel this off as well. Same thing, just scrape off part of it. Alright, once you get that, you can grab it and you can just peel it aside. Alright. If it tears, just go ahead and scrape at it again and keep trying to get the adhesive off. Okay, just like that. Alright, and just peel that adhesive. If little pieces of it get stuck, it's fine. But you just want to get it, most of it, so that way when you stick the new adhesive on, it gets a decent hold of the screen. Okay, my cat's wondering what all that stuff is. Alright, same thing with this, just peel it up. Oops, sorry. Alright, upgrading this to SSD is pretty self-explanatory. There aren't really any tricks to it. This part, usually it will peel separate, so you have to kind of go ahead. This is the wireless antenna. You want to go ahead and peel that off as well. Okay, just like that. And just peel it all off. Okay, just like that. And peel this side as well. Alright. And just like that. Oh, I'm getting messages. Okay, so same thing with this antenna. You want to just scrape that off and peel it up as well. Alright. Try and get off as much of it as you can. Alright. Also, there's other adhesives, but I found that if you don't order the right kind, the adhesive tends to not stick very well. There's some other kinds of adhesives and you risk dropping your whole screen. So you want to make sure that you get a good adhesive. Don't just put some regular double stick tape. It needs to be a good quality double stick tape, okay? Alright, this piece is kind of being annoying to peel off. Sorry, it's hard to record this and hold the camera in the right spot the whole time. Okay. Just keep continuing peeling all this off. I mean, you get the idea. If you don't have fingernails, you can use like the plastic pry tool, scrapey tool. But I just use my fingernails to do this. Just like that. Oops, sorry. Keeps tearing. I'll peel this one first. And then we'll peel this one. Come on. There we go. It helps to peel it towards the outside of the screen. Alright, and this one's probably just going to tear like the other one. Oh, there we go. It actually came out nicely. I am going to blow the dust out of this computer with my electric dust blower. But now we're going to remove the adhesive on the screen on the other edge. Okay. Just like this. Okay, this part is usually easier to remove. Just grab it and peel it off. Okay, and just do that all the way around. Alright. Okay, just peel this off. Alright. 2 more pieces. Alright. Same thing here. And you want to be careful that you're only peeling up the adhesive, not the black plastic that Apple puts around the glass to make the glass look black. Okay. Alright, just like that. I am going to have to blow out the dust before I continue. So we're going to just scrape this off and then I will be back. Okay, peel off this last piece. My cat's interested. She's like, what is that? No. Why are you going to hit me? Stop it. Hey, what are you doing? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to clean up the dust and I will be back. Alright, so I'm back. So now what we're going to need is a T9 screwdriver, so Torx 9. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the screws for the speaker. So there's 2 screws here. So one, remove this one. Alright. Oops. Alright, and then we'll remove this screw. Alright, very simple. Right, now that you got those 2 screws out, what you want to do is pull the speaker slightly forward and then rock it over to the side. That gives you access to these screws here so that we can remove the hard drive. We're going to disconnect the SATA connector for the hard drive, so just pull this up. You might have to wiggle it a little, it's kind of stiff, but just pull it up like that. Alright, and then we're going to remove the 2 screws holding the hard drive in place. So just remove these two. Hopefully I'll be able to do this without dropping the hard drive on the computer. I might have to put the camera or the phone down. Okay, let me see if I can show it like this. Okay, I'm just going to zoom out like that and hopefully you can see. Alright, I'm going to remove the other screw here while I'm holding the hard drive in place with my other hand. Okay, just like that, and grab the screw. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm grabbing the screw with my fingernail like this. That way it doesn't drop inside down there. Alright, now that we got all of that out, you just pull the hard drive forward slightly. Make sure to grab onto it, and then you can slide the hard drive over to the side and pull that out. So the hard drive has these little things that stick out into the side of that bezel, and that's how the hard drive stays in place. Alright, so now we're going to actually put this bracket back in place. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I take the bracket, I put the screw in, and then using that as a guide, I put the screw in like that. So I'll loosely put that first. Okay, then I'll get the second screw, and then I'll put that one in as well. Make sure it goes in easily. If it's hard to twist, that means you didn't put it back in right, and you can damage the screws, so be careful. Alright, make sure this cable stays in. This cable connector is for the power button. If that's disconnected, the power button won't work. Alright, let me see if on this model, I actually can't see it. Let me check on the back side. Okay, so the RAM access panel is right here. So the RAM is really easy to replace. There's a little button here that if you push on, it will release this door. And then you can push the two tabs to the side and open the RAM. I'm not going to change the RAM on this model, but I'll do it on another one that I'm doing later. So for now, I'm not going to be showing that process. I'll show it on a video in the future. Okay, so now what you want, just take the SSD. Alright, make sure you get it facing the right way. So you want the smaller connector on this side, just like this. Alright, and then we'll just put this in place. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand and show it, but you just do that. Alright. And now you got the SSD in place. To hold the SSD in place so it doesn't move around, I'm going to show you what you do. The easiest way is with some tape. Let me use this box to hold the phone up a little bit higher. Alright, that actually gives a good view. At least I feel it gives a good view. Hopefully that's good enough. Okay, so what I do is I take some tape, just regular packaging tape here. Okay. So there's another way I do with twist ties, but I found that this way works really well. So what you do, just get a piece of packaging tape. Jeez. Alright, about that long, okay? And then what you do is you fold over a piece of the edge, just like this. So that way this piece, if you need to take it back out, you can. Alright, and what you do is you take the tape, okay? I don't know if you can see, but I'm threading it behind this, I don't know what you would call this, the bracket, okay? And then once you got it behind that bracket, just stick the SSD onto it, just like that. Get the other end, and then you can do the same. Just stick that on like that, okay? And there you go. Now this SSD is being held on from both sides of the bracket, and then we just repeat the same thing with the other side, okay? And with the other side, you can have it pulled a lot tighter, so that way it doesn't move around. Okay, so just get as much tape as you need. Okay, same thing, get the piece of tape, wrap it over so that you have a pull tab. If you ever need to remove it, you can actually just lift this tab up and peel it off. Okay, same thing, get the tape underneath. Okay, stick it onto the bracket, just like that. Alright, get the tape, pull it forward, Okay, just like this. Tape it on that side if you want. Now that you got it taped on there, you can try and tighten it over. All right, and then just put the tape over on this side and stick that down as well. All right, and there you go. So now you have this SSD very secure. It's nice and tight, nice and snug. If you want, you can actually strengthen it a little. You can get another piece of tape here. So let me show you. So if you want to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere, just get another piece of tape. Same thing. Fold it over just like that. And then what you want to do is stick this on the back side over both pieces of tape over there. Okay, just like this. Then you just run the tape underneath. And then with this tab, you just flip it over the top like a little diaper. Okay. And that tape will hold both these two pieces together, and there's no way this is gonna go anywhere. Okay, so that's the easy way. You don't need a metal bracket or anything special to hold this in place like people want you to buy those brackets. Just use a piece of tape, and it's very simple. All right, so now we're gonna get the other screws for the speaker and put it back. Just slide this back over. Let me zoom out. Okay, slide it back over just like that. Put that in place. Get the screw, put it in the speaker, try and find the screw mounting point. Alright, might be a little tricky, you might have to pull the speaker up slightly. Okay. It helps to, let me see here if I can show this. It helps to use like your flashlight, and then you can kind of see where the screw hole is. Okay, just like that. Alright. Grab the screw. This screw actually uses a T10 bit, but the T9 works perfectly fine since the hard drive one, if you use the T10, it's too big. So I just use the T9 and I can do the whole job with that. Okay. Then we'll get the other screw. Same thing. Get that in. Alright. Now that we got both screws in, just tighten it up. Alright. And then you can check this. That's not going anywhere. Okay. And then now all we got to do now is put on the adhesive strips. So you're also going to, of course, have to do the operating system install. Or you can use Time Machine. If you created a Time Machine backup, you can boot from your Time Machine backup and load that onto the Mac. Okay. So we're going to grab out, alright, sorry about that. So we're going to put the adhesives now. Alright, so we'll get this one. I don't know if I'll be able to show the whole thing. Let me see, I'm going to turn this way. Oh, there we go. Okay, that might work. I hope I don't drop my phone on the thing. Okay, so just grab that. Make sure it lines up. So what you do, line it up. Okay, and then you peel off one of these thingies. It's easier to do this side first. Alright, make sure that this isn't going outside the frame of the computer. And just push the adhesive down. Okay, and we're not going to peel off the other layer until after we test it. So hopefully you'll get the idea, because I don't know if I'm going to show that whole process after, but we'll see, because for me to show that whole process after, I'd have to leave my phone paused, and then, well, I guess I can just stitch the videos together. Okay, let's see. So we're not going to use the bottom ones because we didn't tear that, so these L-shaped ones, we're going to leave those. Okay. Then we're going to get this one, make sure that it lines up right. Sometimes they don't have the right size pieces. So here you can see if I line this up with the antennas here, it's actually going off the edge of the screen. So I'm going to have to cut this piece and then do it properly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's see here, how can I do this one? So this one needs to go to here, right? So I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to do this side first, and then I'm going to have to cut the excess off. So it cuts like right there. Okay, so I'm going to have to stick this piece first because they didn't have this right size for the Mac. Alright. Get that all lined up. Alright, and then we're going to cut this other piece off. I don't know why the antennas, a lot of times they don't line up right, and then we have to do this. But alright, so now we're going to have to peel this off my hand without the little tab, which can be a pain. Oh no, it doesn't want to come off. I'm peeling the wrong edge. I want to peel the clear plastic off, not the other piece. Okay, I'm probably going to have to use oh, there we go. Alright, peel the clear piece off. And then I'm just going to stick this over the antenna pieces where it should go. Like that. Alright, I'm going to leave that like that. Then we're going to peel off the other. Sorry, I'm going to do this off camera because it's harder to hold it in front of the camera while I'm doing it. Maybe I should just pause the video and then you get the idea. I'm just putting the adhesive on the thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pause it. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. So I'm just going to stick this one on here. The shadows trying to do it with this makes it a little confusing, but there we go. Alright, and then we got this small piece that I'm just going to put on there. Don't need the full amount. Alright. Sorry, I should just peel all of this off and then do it off camera, but anyways, I'm going to stick that on there. I just peeled off the white part because it was easier. Okay, then we got this one. Same thing, we're just going to put it on there. Alright. Look at this piece. Let me see if I can turn this and show the whole thing. So it's pretty straightforward. Just get that lined up. Alright, and then stick the adhesive down. Peel off the rest of this. Continue working your way down. Just like that. Alright, so we got all of that in place. And then the last side, this side. Same thing, peel the stuff off, just line it up at the top. Alright, peel off the other backing. Just like that. Alright, so now we got all the adhesive in. So what we're going to do now is, of course, put the screen back up. All right, just tilt this whole screen back up. Lean it backwards so that the screen stays in place. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is we're going to have to, of course, plug these cables back in. So, of course, you just do everything in reverse. Just grab the cable. Let's see if I can do this and record it. And then you just gotta line it up and push it back in. So, let's see. I think this cable is longer. So we're gonna do this cable first. Okay. You just push this metal tab up like that. Okay, and then get this lined up. Once you get it lined up, you just push it down. Alright, be very careful not to let the screen fall forward while you're pushing this cable, because it can rip that connector out. Alright, then I use this little metal bar to pull it down, as well as the little corners here. Just push that down, and then you can click that metal thing in place. Alright, again, make sure that you're holding the screen, you don't want it to drop. Alright, then you get the other cable, of course, and you just plug this in. I don't know if I can show, how am I going to show this on camera? There's not much room for me to work with this. Normally I have to hold the screen closed pretty tight. Okay, there we go. Oh, nope, it came back out. Alright, just get that cable in. Again, it's hard to do this because normally you want the screen closed pretty tight, and it's hard to get the camera in there if I have it that close, so I mean, you get the idea. Just get that connector in. It's hard to do this and record it at the same time. Like that. And then you want to get your finger down there and push on the connector itself. Just like this. Alright. And there we go. If you want, you can test it by kind of like trying to lightly pull up on it, and it should stay in place. Okay, there we go. And then what you want to do, because we have to test it first, is just lean the screen backwards. Hold on, I'm going to get a piece of tape. Alright, so same idea. You get a piece of tape, just tape it over the top. Sorry, just like that. Alright. If you want, you can get multiple pieces of tape to be safe. And then after that, you just curve over a piece of the tape to make a little release tab, just like that, and then just fold it over the back. Alright, after you do that, just power up your Mac, make sure everything's working, install the OS. Once you get everything working and good to go, you can peel this tape off, pull these tabs off for the adhesive, and then close the screen back up. Alright, once you close the screen back up, you want to make 4 tabs of these tape. You put one like over to this side, one to this side, one over here, and one over here. And you want to pull the screen tight closed with these pieces of tape. And you want to leave that on the screen for at least 24 hours. So that way the double stick adhesive gets a good strong grip. Alright, and that's pretty much all there is to this. Hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, please like and subscribe. Help others find my videos. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, again, this will help you guys upgrade to SSDs as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.